We've been lucky that we have 10 hydraulic platforms at the moment operational. So all parts of the city are serviced by them. Several of those we've been able to buy in the last 3 years. We have very good budget investments. These devices are busy. They're always busy working. They had, since January, I understand, 175 incidents that our 10 devices have responded to. Many of those are multi-story buildings or apartment blocks, high-rise apartment blocks, and the Roeland Street itself, I think, responded to 19 of those. So these investments are working for us in terms of apartment blocks. But it's not just for dealing with a fire that you want these on site.
Yeah, especially where we've got these vehicles stationed throughout the city. We deal with high-rise buildings. And while we can use these vehicles to fight the fire, we also use them to rescue people. But even more than that, you might not have people in a building anymore. People evacuated themselves. But when we commit the firefighting crew in a high-rise building, number one, your lifts don't work anymore. It's only realizing the stairwell. And anything can go wrong between the 10th floor and the floor below you where you need to exit. And that is where these appliances play a key and a critical role for us. Because we will only commit firefighters into a high-rise building when we have one of these on scene. Because this creates an escape route for us. Where firefighters will know where it's positioned outside the building. We can see how high this appliance goes. We've got a ladder on it, we've got the cage on it, we've got this lift on it. So your firefighters, when they get into trouble inside the building and they cannot use the internal staircases to get out, we train them to get to a windowsill and to look for where one of these appliances are, or go to that windowsill where these appliances are. And that ensures that our firefighters always have an escape route. And the incident commander can then safely commit his crew, knowing that he's got an escape route, whether it's from the 10th floor, whether it's from the 4th floor of a building. The last thing we want is our firefighters to either jump to safety, where they become entrapped inside there, or they run out of air or anything, where these appliances become very critical for us as firefighters. And in our fire service, it's a big city we're serving. All over we've got multi-story buildings.
This device goes 56 meters up. It doesn't sound like a great deal, but that's a lot of stories, and it is more than a bit unnerving. I spare a thought for the firefighters who, under a situation of emergency, have no choice but to use it. So it's good to see that there's continuous investment in the aerial appliances is working for us. The last 4 that we've acquired in these last few years are being put to use. They're not decorative. They're responding to incidents all the time. And I'm just grateful that we could make this investment, and the city must keep this up, because around South Africa we see what happens when fire departments become over time severely starved of equipment and resources.